Hello. We're back. Okay, hold
Let's get it, big dog.
on. Maintain your fucking composure.
Maintain
okay, here we go.
your lisp.
We are back. Welcome back to Midlife Crisis, the podcast with...
Just the right amount of overthinking.
I love that you said that.
What up, big dogs?
What up? I counted on you and you came through.
I forgot for a split
love
second.
It. I kind of doubted you for a split second. I was like, oh, he's not going to say it right. But I'm glad you did.
I got it.
Dude, I've been so excited to record again. So
This is actually our first Sunday recording.
yes.
No,
Is it?
no, we recorded
feel like
the
we've done
very
this-
first one was Sunday.
Yeah. I think So I think this is a better move to record on Sundays. But
A little bit easier on
we just got done watching The Last of Us episode 3,
season 2.
season 2.
No spoilers though.
No spoilers.
I don't think we
But
need to.
overall, I guess emotionally, how are you feeling?
It
played
was
the game.
it was what I expected. I don't want to say it's a filler episode because it's not, but it's getting the story on the path that it's going to go on.
Yeah, and for me, for someone that did not play the game, I'm just like, The
Yeah.
last episode was definitely a lot more emotional.
1 out of 10 for this one. What would you give it?
I mean, I think it's just carrying the story along, so it's kind of tough. But I'll say a 6.
Yeah, I'll go like 6.
I'll go a 6. But
5,
but
6.
it's not like hating. It's just more just like
It's hard.
It's pushing along.
When episode 2 goes so crazy, you got to have one slower episode, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, fuck that. Fuck all that shit.
Okay.
Or whatever the Drake album. Fuck all that shit. I saw this on social media earlier today. Okay. Here we go. Cold opener for you. 100 men versus a gorilla. Who wins and why? Jeffrey.
Are you saying 100 normal sized men?
100 testosterone-filled men enter an arena with a gorilla.
I'm going
They want
blood.
Who wins?
I'm going with the men, dude. I think
100 men?
Yeah, 100
So,
men take down
piling
the
on?
gorilla. For sure.
Fuck no.
100%.
Fuck no.
Are you serious?
Yes, bro. Look, the first guy is going to walk up to the gorilla.
No.
get
It's not
picked
at
up.
once. You all go together. You all go together to take him down.
Yeah, I still give it to the gorilla.
Why? What's your reasoning?
A gorilla's like... I don't know what a gorilla's strength is literally compared to a man, but it's not even comparable. It's
You know what it made me think of was...
we are paper to a gorilla. It's
but there's 100 of us.
What's 100 papers getting tossed at you in your head? Like, it's nothing.
I feel like if they all punched him at the same time,
Fuck no.
don't know.
No, that gorilla's tearing 100 people apart.
It made me think of The Revenant with Leo, but those were wolves. So probably different. But
Nah, I think the gorilla's winning.
So how many humans does it take to eventually take the gorilla down?
Okay, like if we have 100 like heavyweight, fighters, maybe it changes. But otherwise, I don't know. Cuz here's the thing is like the first 10 people that come at the gorilla, they're dead.
Are they torn apart, or what are they?
Well, I mean, I don't know what the gorilla's doing, but immediately, like, it's like there's no competition. It's just they're out of here.
Fair.
So, but I like your optimism. I love the optimism and belief in humanity.
I think 100 dudes that are of medium strength take down the gorilla.
Okay. I wish there was a way to like actually test this.
I bet you there is. I bet you science will come out with a way to actually.
We'll ask ChatGPT after this. All right. Well, I mean, we're back. Episode 8.
Episode 8.
I
don't know the Star Wars
You know
title.
what? We are having a great time doing this. I've been looking forward to this all week. And we're going to do the usual, cover current events and culture. I got a couple hot takes to cover. Do you have any hot takes this week?
I have one.
Okay.
But it's not very hot. It's lukewarm.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do some TV, film, and music.
Yep.
Actually, no music for me. Just mostly TV.
I have a
TV and
little
film.
bit of music.
And then for our 5v5 draft, we're going to do our top Disney Channel shows.
Disney Channel shows.
Which, when I brought it up to you, I was like, you know what? I got this in the bag because Jeff does not strike me as someone that watched Disney Channel like that because you're a fucking Disney hater.
He's a little nervous though now. I can tell.
I'm not nervous. Look at me. Am I shaking?
I can actually see you shaking. Yep, it's shaking a little bit.
Nope, I don't think so.
You were a Disney Channel
we're gonna
watcher.
get it started. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going.
1, 2,
We're back. Episode 8.
What's the Star Wars title for this one?
Is there an episode 8 Star Wars title?
There was the newer ones are now. Is episode 7 was the first new one, and then episode 8 was the bad one when they find Luke on that island, right?
Oh my God. Was that episode 8?
I'm going to look it up because I think it is. Oh, my phone's over there.
I'm not a fan.
It is what it is.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Fuck those episodes.
Yeah, they weren't very good.
No.
Isaac right now is on his walk and he's like, oh, what's this?
You guys not know what Star Wars episode that is. Was that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, that's not how Isaac sounds. But
I know, but that was a good exaggerated attempt. Okay, all right, we're going to get it started. Here we go.
Let's roll. Here we go.
Okay, here's my first topic, and this is a topic that I'm not an expert on by any means, but this is more of a tee up for you because you're the football guy.
Tee me up.
All right. Am I saying this right? Shaduer Sanders. Shaduer Sanders. Okay, gets drafted by the Cleveland Browns. 144th overall pick. The drama over the weekend. Okay,
was waiting for that to happen.
You were.
No, well, I mean everybody was.
Okay, so you expected this to happen in the way that it did?
No one expected it. I think everybody expected him to go in the first round.
Okay. So he's 5th round pick.
Fifth round, okay. Yeah.
So this is more of a question for you, I guess. Like, why do you think this happened? Because, like, for me, like, you know, I love to follow pop culture and you know, everything that's going on. And I'm not a huge football fan. I don't even follow college football like that. You have been the person that's kind of brought me into the football world. Over the past 2 years. I did the whole fantasy
football.
Exactly. But even still, like, I don't really follow college football. I'm familiar with Coach Prime, you know, Deion Sanders. I you know, Colorado and everything. But that's more of just like on pop culture level. I've never seen the games or anything like that. I don't know the dynamic of the family and yada, yada, yada. So for this, I'm just like, okay, I've seen enough reels on social media to see that, you know, he's kind of doing the whole LeVar Ball approach and talking about his son. And he's like, oh, he's going to go first round within the first 10 picks, blah, blah, blah. So this is more of a question for you. Why did this happen? Why did he go in the 5th round?
So the talent, I think, is the question, right? So he's a good quarterback, and he had a good year at Colorado. He's had a good couple of years at Colorado. Like you said, Coach Prime took that whole program and turned it around, did well. I was the biggest hater of the entire thing.
Why?
Because I don't like Coach Prime.
Why? Just because is it the ego?
The ego. It's the
shit talking.
It's the shit talking. It's the just I'm better than you. It's the throwing his old players out in a way just so he could go and move into this new position.
Okay.
He went from Jackson State over to Colorado, and it's the Amazon series that he has. It's all that stuff. It's just not for me. And his son Shaduer is, you know, kind of going in that same.
Do you think he's good though? Do you like genuinely?
I think he's okay.
Okay.
Which is not like, you know, I don't know. I'm not a pro scout. I think he's fine. I think he's going to be, you know, if he gets into the pros, I think he's going to be okay. I don't know if okay makes it in the NFL.
Yeah.
What strikes me as crazy is that the Browns took another quarterback as well in the first round before taking him. So now their quarterback room has 5 quarterbacks. That's
crazy.
They have Deshaun Watson.
So is he even going to play?
I don't know. I don't think so. They have Deshaun Watson, who they paid, you know, millions and millions, and he is unplayable. And do you remember what happened with him and all those allegations?
Well, yes, and I mean, of course I do because he was my pick in his last fantasy draft.
You drafted him.
But to be fair, like he did well for me in the previous year, and I had no idea because I don't follow football like that.
Yeah, this guy takes Watson in the 4th round in our draft last year.
Yeah, we did a draft, and all of y'all are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, I have no idea. Like, what are you talking about?
We let you have the pick.
He scored points for me, and then I felt like an idiot, and I let him go. But anyway,
and then you dropped him.
And then I outplayed you.
You did get to the playoffs, and I did
whatever.
not. Anyway, going back to Shaduer, He's a good quarterback. He's not great. It doesn't seem like it seems like the arm strength and the accuracy is a little bit of an issue for NFL scouts. What I think I read that is also interesting is that he went to all these meetings with teams, right? And he's trying to sell himself like, hey, draft me because I have this to offer. And it seems like most of the teams came away from those meetings not impressed.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck it. I'm not about it.
Yeah, I think it was the personality. I think it was
Ego.
And to be honest, if I were them, I'd probably not want to draft him too.
You think it was the dad though? You think like his dad and like the family and like the politics of it all has
part of that?
To do with it?
Because if you were a team owner or if you were a team GM, would you want the circus of Coach Prime? Would you, if say you drafted him, he was on your bench, he was your third or second string quarterback. Would you want Coach Prime to be tweeting every game?
Probably not.
Put my son in.
No.
Yeah, and then nobody want that. So I don't know.
I think it'd be okay. So I mean, again, I have no idea. Okay, and I use the LeVar Ball example prior to this, but I do think that basketball and football are different. Like we'll use LaMelo, right? Melo's the youngest, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like he's the exception. He's like the actual talent. Like he's a fucking great basketball player.
Yeah,
I would say. Anyway, I don't know.
No defense, but
whatever. It doesn't matter. My point is that I think when it comes to that, it's like, okay, if you have talent and it's like undeniable, that's a different story. But I don't know enough about him to really be able to be like, oh no, like he's actually a good quarterback or whatever. You know? So yeah, like if he's like just like a quarterback that's on the same level as anyone else that's drafted, then yeah, if I was the coach or the owner or whatever, I'd be like, I would prefer to avoid that.
Yeah, in a way, I'm rooting for him to succeed because of all this. You know, he looks kind of bad now.
It would be a great comeback story.
Yeah, it'd be Tom Brady being drafted in the seventh round.
Exactly.
Real quick, I'll say that Dylan Gabriel was the Oregon quarterback that was drafted by the Browns in the first, and he's now their number one overall pick for them. They still have Watson, they have Joe Flacco, they have Shadur, and they also have Kenny Pickett. So they have 5 quarterbacks, and that's too many. So a couple of them will probably not be on the roster by game day. Shadur was working out with Cam Ward, who was the first overall pick, actually, that came out and went to the Titans. And in the videos, you can clearly see that Cam is better than Shadur. So I think that was also like a thing that teams saw, and they were like, oh, shit, we should not draft this guy.
Yeah. So, okay.
Last thing I'll say, did you see the prank call?
No. So, okay, like I saw... You know how social media is like. You'll see posts come up and like you'll see the text of like, oh, so and so got prank called, but you won't see the video. That's what I saw. I saw the text, but I didn't actually see the action of that.
So do you know how the draftees are notified? They get a phone call from the GM saying, hey, we'd love to have you in Pittsburgh.
I do know that for him, at least, like he had a very specific phone number just for the draft.
Yes,
and I think his brother, right, Shiloh. Was like, whoever the prank caller was, he's like, how the fuck did you get this phone number?
All I know is that it was the defensive coordinator of the the DC of the Falcons, his son. So he's 21, and somehow I guess like the laptop of the defensive coordinator was open, and the 21-year-old son found the phone number for Shadur, and he was with his homies. And they thought it would be a hilarious, idea to record them prank calling Shadur, saying, "Hey, you're getting drafted to whoever."
Up, dude. That's fucked up.
I think
what day is this?
This is I don't know if it was day 1, day 2. I'm not sure.
So he's already like feeling like shit because he's not getting drafted and what he expects, and it's like this hype build up. Okay.
So the Falcons had to issue an apology statement, the DC and even the Sun too, saying, "Hey, sorry, we fucked up your whole moment. This is bad." In my view, I think it's hilarious, but it's bad press for the Falcons too.
Well, I mean, I had no idea that it was an actual team, or organization that like was attached to this moment. Yeah, that's not cool.
Coordinator of the Falcons.
I feel like it's different if it's like some random kid.
Random.
Right? Like, but if you're attached to an actual organization, that probably doesn't look good.
Yeah, no. So I felt bad in a way as well on that, but I also kind of thought it was funny.
Okay. All right. I mean, I was gonna bring up Shiloh.
He got picked up by the Bucks, right?
Yeah, he was.
But just not drafted, just signed.
Would you compare? I mean, to use the LeVar Ball, would he be like the Jello?
Yeah,
in the family. Okay.
Yeah. Like he might get some time. He might get cut. Who knows?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I just thought it was worth to toss in there.
Yeah.
Before I jump to my next topic, do you have anything else that you want to jump into?
I saw, well, I think it was the YouTube 20-year anniversary,
Yes,
right?
I had that on my list as well.
So I just thought that was interesting, or in a way crazy. 20 years of YouTube. Do you remember, who the first few people were that you subscribed to? And
oh my God, I don't, dude.
because I remember, going through the early years. I remember subscribing to Matt Stoney and watching him competitive eat. I remember subscribing to some weird stuff, to be honest. And when I was in China, I was, on YouTube every single day. Now they have obviously like YouTube TV. They've obviously grown and done some good stuff. It said that 20 billion videos have been uploaded to YouTube.
Man, now, in all honesty, I wish that when we were younger, we saw the true value of the internet because, I mean, both Instagram and YouTube, we were early on, or at least for me, I was early on YouTube. Like I had videos up and everything.
Of your music, right?
But at the time, like influencers weren't a thing. Yeah, music, like I remember there was this one video that I did where I did like a rap over this Mario, like Super Mario beatbox thing.
Yeah.
And it got so many views, dude. It got like 100,000 views, something crazy. I ended up deleting the video. For why? I have no, I can't give you the reason, but it was just like, what? Like at the time, it was just prime time entertainment. Like there was no influencer, nothing.
Yeah, there was no money really attached to it.
Yeah,
right?
and it's like I just wish that I would have just been a smarter teenager and just been like, you know what, let me lean into this. Because now I'm like, there's all these influencers that make money off doing
dumb stuff,
dumb shit, and just nothing. And I'm like, that could have been me.
Do you know what the very first YouTube video was?
I think there was these two guys at a zoo.
Yeah, an 18-second video at the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah. And here we are 20 years later.
Here we are. So, okay. I mean, I like I said, I had this on my list. I guess it's a question to you. Just thinking back, right? Because like right now, like obviously you're a high school teacher. And now we have even crazier shit. Now we have ChatGPT and all this, Even when we were in high school, we had these videos, but I don't think YouTube was to the extent that it is now. Like now you can look up anything, right? Like you want to learn something, you want to figure it out, you can look up anything and it's there. It's on YouTube. At the time when we were in high school, that's not the case. Like it was entertainment. It was very like surface level,
Well, I learned how to tie a tie on YouTube back in freshman year of high school.
Okay. Yeah. But even still, it wasn't to the extent that it is now.
No, you can learn anything now.
Like now it's like, okay, let's say I want to learn everything that I would learn in an MBA program in college. Like I can find that on YouTube. Yep. Whereas when we were in high school, that was not the case.
No.
So all that exists now is like, do you think that's okay? I mean, I think it's a great thing. I think it's a positive thing. I think information is, valuable. In terms of education, you're a high school teacher. How do you feel about it overall? Like, I think this is such a crazy time to live in because it's like so far gone from our parents' generation, let's say. And I would say even now, it's so far gone from when we were in high school. Like, it's like you can find out anything on the internet.
Yeah.
You don't really need, I would even make the argument that you don't need to go to college for anything. Like
No,
it's all there. YouTube is your university, ChatGPT. Like, it's like, for what?
What's funny is my school blocks YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I agree with that.
Jealous motherfuckers.
Right? Like my students, have their Chromebooks or their phones. But if they're on their Chromebooks, they can't access YouTube at all. And I think that's wrong. I think that if I give them a video to watch on YouTube, they should be able to access it. Or if they ever need to go look at something or find something out, learn about something, they should be. I don't know. I think it's a good way to learn.
Yeah, I think so too.
Anything. I use it all the time. The other day in my truck, I learned how to make sure I had the right light settings on my truck through YouTube in the morning in 5 minutes.
I just feel like it's such a positive thing in my opinion because there are so many people out there that are very smart and have so much to offer to humanity.
Yeah.
And they, take the time to make these videos. And it's a double-edged sword, right? Because there's also like the bullshit and like the stupid shit that you'll come across.
But those people are doing good stuff for us.
But there's also like a lot of valuable information that you'll come across. And it's just like, it just closes the gap for people.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so much to learn. But yeah, like I mean, like even with what I do, right? Like I'm a designer, I'm a creative person, and I didn't go to school for design.
No,
I went to school, or I got my degree in marketing, sure. But at the time, I had no idea what design was or how it would apply to the business world and blah, blah, blah. And I learned everything from YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube University, all the way. So it's like, I don't know. I just think it's so crazy how technology advances and, platforms like YouTube and now ChatGPT, it's like you can learn anything.
Yeah.
So I think overall it's more positive for sure than negative. Okay, but anyway, let's move on. I got one for you, and this is more just like I think this is like a tell on culture. From what I've noticed, this is something that I'm kind of jealous about, just because it's more of a women thing. Nike After Dark Race Series. Have you heard about this?
No,
dude. So Nike is doing this whole launch of racing. I think generally speaking, I've noticed a trend in people trying to be more active, whether it's marathons or just running in general. You'll see there's like pop-up, groups, whether I notice it in Rancho, in Redlands. There's like these Instagram groups where people will come up with like running clubs, let's say.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think we're getting more active.
Yeah, it's a trend for sure. So clearly Nike's tapping into this trend. And they've come up with this series, Nike After Dark Race Series, and they'll set up these races. It's women only though right now, and I'm kind of jealous about it, to be honest, because the medals that they give out for these events are so fucking dope, dude.
Are these marathons, half marathons?
They have a variety of events, like different distances and whatnot. But
why is it called After Dark?
Because it's at night, and the whole point, at least is from what I've been told, it's with the intention to make women feel safe running in the night.
At night.
Yes,
that's cool.
Because generally speaking, like,
they would not want to.
Exactly. They would not want to.
Interesting.
Exactly. But dude, like the medals are so dope. It's like this like shoelace tied into like this Nike swoosh, and it looks nothing like your typical
medal
race
for a marathon or whatever.
Yeah, medal, and it's in my opinion fucking dope.
Where are these races?
I mean, they've had some in New York, like major cities. There was one in LA, I think, recently. But I think just generally speaking, like the fact that they're doing this is really cool. And I'm really jealous because I kind of want like a men's
version of After Dark.
A men's version of this. Yes.
Yeah.
Because like the medal's dope. I mean, look, I'm not like the most active person, but I do run every Monday and Friday. You know this.
Yeah, you do.
And,
lots of miles.
Lots of miles. Let's go, baby. But like, I just think it's something dope. And I think it's cool that culturally speaking, like this is where things are going, right? People are trying to be more active and more healthy, people our age. And like, hey, go women.
Yeah.
This is where it's going, and I think it's great that brands are starting to pick up on this.
Yeah.
And like, Nike is like a major brand, and they're always like trying to pick up on like the next trend and stuff. So I think this, in my opinion, like I think generally speaking, Nike has been kind of on the down
slope
of culture. And this is a win, a huge win in my opinion. Yeah. Like this is where you need to be at.
Yeah.
If you want to get women, and my attention is grabbed, from this. So I think this is really dope. I've been following it. It comes across my Instagram feed, and I'm just like, yo, this is fucking sick.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
Do you think that? Well, what I've noticed, at least in my students, is that they are healthier than when we were in school. And
you think so?
Yeah, I think that, and as they transition into college or after high school, I think that the generation itself is kind of more healthy than we were back then too, because we were, degenerate alcoholics in college.
In college, yeah, but I don't know about high school.
Not in high school, but in college we were, right? So I don't think that these kids that are going into college right now are going to be the degenerates that we were.
Yeah, I mean, you see the trend. Like the trend is on the downfall as far as like the amount of alcohol consumption goes. I guess my question to you is like, what do you hear? On an average day, do you think that kids at your school are more concerned about like what they eat and the things that they put in their body, or is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of still worth in looking good. I think obviously, right, with them.
Social media.
But I also think that they're not partying. And I think they're nerds, at least the ones that I see, whether it be in any of my classes, they prefer to go, not nerds in a bad way. They're the good nerds. They're the nerds that like us, they would prefer to hang out with their homies and watch.
Speak for yourself.
I just don't think they're going out to party and go crazy. They're just hanging out with their
You
friends.
mean like me when I was in college?
Yeah, you were going crazy.
Yeah.
I think that they're just kind of realizing like, hey, maybe I don't need to, do stupid shit on the weekend.
I think all that's good and dandy and all that, but at the same time, it's like I just hope that the other side of that is not like lacking social skills and lacking the ability to,
true.
Make connections with people and blah blah blah.
Did I tell you that I played basketball with 2 students today?
No, you did tell me that you played basketball, but not that much.
So
you told me that you saw a fight.
I did. I had 2 students meet me at the park and another teacher from our school, and we played some basketball, some 5-on-5, some 2-on-2, and it was really fun. Good kids, good AP seniors, and they're, like I said, they're like these little nerds that just like to play basketball and hang out.
Weirdos.
Not weirdos. And it's a great day of ball. I was terrible, like usual on Sundays. And then, like I said, there was a huge fight that broke out at the end where the whole park turns and looks at these 2 dudes that I was playing with, start brawling. And me, I'm sitting on the bench because I lost and I was out. So then they start going. I just sit there and just kind of like, oh, those are my guys. Those are my guys just swinging.
I'm over here.
And that's when it's time to go, is when that happens. Yeah. So they were fine. They got pulled apart, and I just kind of was like, oh, stop, wait, nope. Oh, there they go.
I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah,
in the back.
I'll see you later. If you were, so I'm known on campus as being the teacher that doesn't break up fights. I'm going on a super tantrum right now.
That's okay. This is a good story.
If you
give us the insight.
Okay, so like there was a fight a couple of years ago. 2 girls were right outside my classroom, and people in the hallway are coming to my class. Mr. Warren, there's a fight outside. So I'm like, God damn it!
Let me get the popcorn.
So I get up from my desk and I walk outside, and it's these 2 girls. I think they're juniors. And they're just going crazy in the hallway.
Like pulling hair and everything.
Pulling hair. I think a couple other things were pulled off. I won't get into too much detail. And I just kind of sat and watched. I didn't know what to do. Whereas another teacher.
Well, I mean, like, sorry to cut you off. But
no,
like,
it's I don't know.
If it's girls, it's also like as a guy.
Yeah. What do you do?
It's a little tricky. Like, what do you do?
So everybody's videotaping, right? And I'm in the background of all these videos, just kind of like, hey, someone.
Like, I mean, look, if I was you, I'd probably be a little skeptical because it's like, these are 2 girls, they're high school aged. I probably don't want to get in the middle of this. So
yeah,
I don't blame you, but it's tough. That's a tough call.
Another male teacher across from me, who's my buddy, he got in between them and like was able to pull them apart.
Okay, that's good.
And he wasn't mad at me or anything, but he kind of was like, oh, like, you just stood there, and I was like, yeah, I didn't do much.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair to you, it's like, you kind of have to be careful.
Yeah.
When it's that,
he always says that if 2 kids are going at it, you just gotta get in between, and for me, I don't do it. But I don't know.
It's a tough situation.
Yeah, but crazy.
Anyway,
fights scare me a little
thankfully,
bit.
in situations like that, all you have to hope for is just nothing terrible happens.
Yeah, no one gets hurt.
Hospital, nothing serious. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway,
sorry.
No, that was a good story. Do you have another?
We both have this. It's the artificial dyes being banned.
That was the next one for me. RFK Jr., baby.
RFK.
I just believe that we don't need
artificial dye. So my question is,
was that not a good impression?
It's fine.
Was that not a good impression?
It was fine.
Okay.
So now, what happens to Fruit Loops?
They are less saturated in color. I don't know.
Are they Cheerios now with fruity flavors?
No, I don't think they're Cheerios. I just think that they're less saturated in color, and that's completely fine. So for me, okay, so I saw this. So the general, okay, I'm going to say the whole headline just so that we're all on the same page. Mm-hmm. The U.S. officially has banned all artificial dyes in food. Okay.
Okay.
RFK Jr. is going to work Okay. Generally speaking, I think this is a good thing.
Okay.
But I think this is a good thing now, thinking about this as an adult and me having a kid.
Yeah.
I don't see the value in dyes aside from like the color, but it's like
why do we need it?
I don't know. To be fair, I don't know the specific downsides on a health level of like what these dyes can cause and what they do. But if it's not part of the food, I like why you don't need that in your body.
Don't need it,
generally speaking, like it's like for what, you know?
Yeah.
So I think this is a good thing. This is a win overall. Like, you know what? Fuck the Fruit Loop color.
Yeah.
If it's less saturated, that's okay. I'm cool with that.
You're talking to a guy that rarely seasons his food, so I don't care either. Like we don't need these dyes.
I mean,
give me some plain ass
seasoning
Cheerios.
had nothing to do with the color.
Give me some plain ass Cheerios. Give me just no color food, no tasty food. Just give me protein and some good carbs, some good healthy fats.
No, okay. Well, yes. Hey, if you don't put salt in your food, that's one thing. But like, I think this is a good thing overall. I think this is great. I think that hopefully across the board, we start to get healthier as a nation overall. And people, I mean, that's kind of the trend that we're on, right? Like, I mean, even going back to the whole race thing, like, I think people are more conscious of what they put in their body, and they want to feel better. They want to look better. And I think that's a good thing. That's a win overall. That's a great thing that people want for themselves. So, and I mean, you're pretty healthy. I would say out of all my friends, you're probably someone that's the most health conscious.
Yeah,
you could say.
Yeah,
and you know, I think that's good. I think we should all strive to be healthier and more active and
watch what we put into our bodies.
Watch what we put into our bodies.
Yeah.
You know, get your water intake every day.
Water's life.
Water's life.
Yeah. So cool story.
Yeah.
That's all I got for events and culture. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm taking it over from now.
Yeah.
Okay. The world's first sperm race.
No, I did see this. I wanted to see you. I just wanted you to just fill me in on this.
The world's first sperm race was held in LA on Friday. And of course, it's USC versus UCLA. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that much about this, but I do, at least from what I've seen online and everything, supposedly it's meant to bring attention to men's health. Okay. You know? And
how so? I don't get it.
Their sperm health. You're you know.
So are the healthier sperms the faster ones?
Healthier men, yes, the faster ones. Yes.
What if my sperm is just slow and steady?
Then you are not a healthy man, dude.
But what if the faster ones like over sprint their target?
That doesn't make sense.
Okay, I don't know how it works.
All right. Okay. Anyway, it was a USC versus UCLA thing. And like I said, it was meant to bring attention to men's health, but in true competition spirit, like a sport, there were weigh-ins for the guys that participated. There was trash talk and, of course, betting, gambling, all that. And did you see any reels about this at all? No? Really? Nothing? You saw nothing about this?
Zero.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, they had like these like I mean, I'm guessing it had to be like microscopic cameras because it followed the sperms like just fucking swimming along until the finish line. And
did you watch it live?
I mean, I just saw the recap of whatever was on IG.
Was it a close finish or was it?
Absolutely not. I don't know who the guy was that won, but he fucking dominated.
Wow.
Like it was, his shit was just like a whole frame. Like it's like the camera didn't even capture the other guy's sperm. Like it was just, it wasn't even a competition. It was like, yo, you gotta go take your zinc or I don't know what, because this motherfucker is dominating you.
Jeez.
Yeah, someone's getting someone pregnant.
Would you do that? Would you race someone with your sperm?
I don't know. I feel like I would win, but I don't know.
Why do you think you'd win?
Hey, Cairo. I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm just vitality. I'm there.
It's one of like my biggest fears is not having.
You know what? But
swimmers.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like that's kind of what the whole point of this is.
Yeah,
you know? And like, you know, I know we're saying it here in confidence and everything, but like I do think that that's a very common thought.
Yeah.
That exists for young men like
dudes,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, sure, we all go out. We have the moments where it's like, I'm going to take some girls back to my house and everything, blah, blah, blah. Or like, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's
where
like,
are you going with that?
maybe it's like I have a girlfriend, or maybe I'm like, I'm married, and blah, blah, blah. Or like I'm trying to have kids. Okay, that's where I was going with it, Jeff. Okay, relax. My point is that like it's like you have a moment where it's like, okay, like I can put out, I'm a testosterone filled man, and I can nut and
and have swimmers. Yeah.
And like, I think that if you find out that you can't, that's a very disheartening thing. So it's like, this is kind of that's at least from what I picked up. That's the whole point of this moment, is like to give attention to men that need help in those areas.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just want to bring up the wild ass Clippers game finish from last night.
Yep.
Fucking
what
crazy.
happened?
Well, when I started watching the game late. I came in third quarter when they're still down by 20. Then Kawhi starts,
doing Kawhi things.
I was like, fuck, I want them to win this so bad. And they almost did. Jokic throws up this wild ass fucking 3-point shot.
I think it was a play, dude. I think it was on purpose.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he said, hey, I'm going to pretend to shoot it.
You think so?
I think so. I can't prove it, but I think he told Gordon, hey, be ready for the board. I'm just going to throw it up there. Because he was off balance. He was doubled.
I would like to think that that's not true.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you might be right, but I would like to think that that's not true, because if that is true, this is some weird ass, maniacal, genius ass fucking basketball play.
He's the MVP.
And I'm angry about it.
Yeah. And you weren't even there. Like, our buddy was there. Isaiah was there.
Dude.
In LA, first playoff game at the Intuit Dome, ends in that way.
I know for Aaron Gordon, it was his first first game-winning shot. But as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, from what I've seen, this is the first playoff game-winning dunk ever.
Oh, like at the buzzer?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Dude.
Because it was so close. It was within split seconds.
Yes, like 0.01, and just releases from his fingertips.
Yeah.
It hurt, man. It hurt. I was reading.
You're a Lakers fan.
You know what? Shut up.
You're not. How did it hurt you?
Let me root for Kawhi if I want to, okay?
God, this guy, dude.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh.
I don't know why that's...
this guy throughout the week.
I don't know why that song's coming to mind.
This guy is sending me wrestling memes.
In Joe Hendry.
You're off beat,
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe
No, it's just twice.
in Joe Hendry.
It's just twice. Oh,
whatever.
Shit. You're becoming a wrestling fan.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I can't not clap. I can't not. You're sending me more wrestling memes than I'm sending you.
It's so annoying.
You sent me a whole podcast. You were like,
Jeff,
hey, listen to this.
Look, we're talking about basketball right now, and I'm over here bringing up wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck you, Jeff. This is your fault.
I didn't do a damn thing.
You did enough.
But I'm happy. I'm actually really glad you are. But yes, Clips are now tied at 2-2 with the Nuggets. Crazy finish to game 4. They're going back to... No, is it in LA again next game?
I don't know, dude.
I think it might be 1-1-1 now. So I think they're going back to Denver and then to LA, then Denver for the last one. I could be wrong.
Okay.
More sports or no?
Last thing I'll throw in, Lakers, you're disappointing me.
That's sports, yes. So
Lakers, you're disappointing me.
What?
LeBron, I expected more.
Dude, he did great. Okay, so actually I have notes on that. He played 46 minutes. The second half, JJ Redick did not take out any players. He didn't take out Austin Reeves.
I saw that.
He didn't take out LeBron. He didn't take out Luka. Probably should have, because Luka was not great in the second half, I will say. I think people are going to be mad at Reeves for missing that last one. So I think that's crazy that they didn't get a rest at all in the second half. But you were mad that LeBron passed it on the last shot. But it was it was a great pass.
Yes, to Austin Reeves, yes.
And he was hot the whole night. Well, you can't even oomph that, because he was on fire. He was going crazy.
I just gave up.
Okay, well, I'm a Laker hater and I'm mad.
Well, I expect LeBron to take that.
Okay, well, he didn't, and they lost. So
exactly.
Now they're down
exactly
1-3. Going back to LA. I still think they go 7. I still think Lakers get
I hope so.
Next 2.
I hope so.
And then lose in game 7. But that's just what I want. I just wanted the Laker fans to have hope. I want all you Laker fans to have hope.
And then get
your hearts ripped out Game 7. So we have the Dubs are up. The Warriors are up 2-1 on the Rockets. Great series so far, actually.
I want the Warriors to take it.
The Rockets are looking pretty young. Their D is looking rough. The Warriors look strong, look like they will take it. We have the Pistons and Knicks. There was a huge no call, actually, at the end of the game today. The Knicks are now up 3-1, and they fouled Tim Hardaway Jr. on the Pistons as he was making like a game-winning shot, but there was a no call. And it's crazy to me because the refs, after the no call, literally like went to their ref report and said, yeah, we fucked up. They actually like admitted that they missed the call.
Well, they should have called it. Okay.
Yeah. So that was crazy. So now the Knicks are up 3-1. Did you see Ja Morant fall the other day?
No.
Oh,
no,
dude.
I did not.
So the Grizzlies, Ja Morant's team, they were up 20 plus on the Thunder, the best team in the West. And Ja Morant got undercut and like fell on his stomach, got the like wind knocked out of him. I think something with his ribs. Shot 2 free throws, couldn't come back, and then they blew the lead. So the Thunder swept him. And I just felt bad for him, not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. And then
did he do this?
No, he didn't make any of his celebrations because he was literally limping off the course, or not course, the
you thinking the court?
Yeah.
So he didn't do this.
Yeah, no guns, no grenades for. That actually answers one of our questions that we had before. No celebrations for Ja in these playoffs. And then last one, Celtics Magic. I don't know who won the game tonight, but Celtics do not. I think the Celtics. Good. Did they win?
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I could be wrong. I left the bar that I was at where I was watching the game.
I'll take a look.
Prior to.
But yeah, that's all I got for sports this week. NBA is cooking, and I'm excited to watch every damn day.
Give me some credit because last episode I was like, I'm gonna try to tune in this week, and I tuned the fuck in.
Did you? You actually watch games?
Yes, I watched the Clippers game. I watched the Lakers game.
You watch like 2 quarters of each.
You know what, Jeff? You are a hater. You give me no credit. And you know what? I appreciate that. Thank you.
You don't deserve any. Yeah. What do you got for TV, film, music?
Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the series You.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay, so the new season just came out.
Have you watched it all?
Not the whole season. I watched maybe the first. I think I'm like 2.5 episodes in.
Into the new season?
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Season. I think they should have ended it at the previous season.
We watched the first episode of the new season, and I thought it was good.
I don't think it's bad, but I'm just like, I'm not excited.
No.
I'm indifferent. I kind of feel like they could have ended this at the past season.
Yeah, season 3 probably. I just hope he dies.
Probably.
I just want him to die. By the end, Joe needs to die.
Yeah.
Everybody says I look like him. I don't see it. It's fine. It's like me and Tori's, me and my wife's, my guilty pleasure show, I'd say. So
I feel like Tori probably prefers the show than you. So.
She does. She does. And we're now 4 seasons in that we've already like committed to. So you got to do season 5. Got to do it.
Yeah.
What my notes were that I actually put for it, I said, "You is so stupid," and I'm still in. That's what I put. And I hope his ass dies. So
yeah, I don't blame you.
I did watch 1 episode of the new Black Mirror season. It was all right. It was more of the same.
Oh, so you agree with me from what I said last time?
Yeah, it was more of the same, but it was good. Like I'm gonna finish it, but it was the episode where, can I spoil it? Can I just tell you?
I don't care. Yeah.
So this guy's wife gets into, or she's got a tumor or something on her brain. And they have to, either she dies or they have to take out a piece of her brain and put in like a chip, like a computer chip that essentially gives her...
Like fills the gap?
Yes, the ability to still live. But imagine the chip is like an iPhone subscription service where it can only work in certain areas that she can't leave the county, for example. And there are tiers to the service. So
oh my God.
The basic program. Yeah. So it's very similar to your subscription services, but just now what your life would be if you needed it.
I believe in joy.
So I'm going to watch the rest of them. I'll report
Why
back.
is that song so catchy?
God damn it.
It's so fucking catchy. Anyway,
it is good. Are you excited for Thunderbolts next week?
I am. You know what's crazy is where did I see this? I just saw this. I mean, obviously, I've been to the movies a lot recently.
I heard it's good.
But like, I just saw the it's coming out. It comes out Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, we should go.
All right.
Together.
Okay. I need to see Captain America still, and I don't want to see that. But yeah, I'm excited for Thunderbolts. It looks good.
I mean, dude, like, you know me. I love going to movies by myself, so
yeah,
I'll be watching it.
You'll probably see it twice.
Probably. No, probably not, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, next TV film, Wednesday. I don't know if you saw the series.
I didn't see the first season.
You didn't see the... Okay.
Yeah.
But you're familiar with the Addams Family.
Yeah.
So season 2 starts in August 6th to be exact.
Yeah.
After 3 years of the first...
I feel like that's the normal turnaround now with a series.
Which is unfortunate because it's
a lot.
A long-ass wait.
Do you remember? Did you watch the first?
Yeah, it was good.
Do you remember what happens?
I liked it. Oh, yeah, I remember what happens.
Okay, then you're excited. Maybe
excited.
not.
I'll watch it.
Who's the actress? I forget.
It's Ortega.
Oh, Jenna Ortega.
Nice.
Right, yeah. She's cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah,
she's a cute girl. I think she does a good job. She does a great job.
Okay.
She does a great job. I will be watching the series. I think they've taken forever. Why do you think they take so long with like
series
like this? Like, why?
The effects, I'm guessing, right? Like Last of Us took forever. The effects. White Lotus. I think White Lotus is not really the effects. It's just it's the getting to a new location.
Oh, dude, man, these people need to get quicker.
It's the same thing with video games, though, too. It takes forever.
It's like, look, I need the content now.
But last week you were saying that there was too much content. So why are you complaining about this?
Yes, but it's different when it's shitty content. If it's good content, pump it out. Pump up the jam, pump it up. I don't know the song.
That's not a song.
Whatever. Maybe it is a song, actually.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
I don't know, dude. Like, I think giving them time to make it good is better than them rushing it out and then it's ass.
Obviously you want good content, but I just feel like 3 years is way too long.
For a Wednesday show? Would you rather it be 2
8
years?
episodes for a season? That's too long. Yes, that's too long. I'm sorry. 8 episodes. That's for 3 years. That's
why can't you just give them the time to make it good?
I'll give you a year and a half.
Year and a half? It took you 4 years to make an album.
That's not true.
5.
Why do you have to bring that up? Good one.
Gotcha.
Anyway, okay, moving on. Malcolm in the Middle revival coming back, and it's coming back to Disney Plus supposedly. And I don't know how accurate this is because I did read it online. Filming is set to start at the end of this year in December. How do you feel about it? I will say that I'm excited. Malcolm in the Middle is just like the peak of my memories of TV as a kid.
Bryan Cranston and
oh my God, dude, I'm so excited.
Frankie Muniz, right?
I'm so excited.
So are you going to hate me when I say I never watched it? I've never seen it.
I'm not surprised.
Episode. Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
So I'm not excited.
What is wrong with you?
Dude,
you know what, actually, I don't know why I'm asking this. I feel sorry for you.
What?
Your childhood.
What?
God bless you.
Because I didn't watch Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah, you didn't play Pokemon?
No.
What else? You didn't watch Dragon Ball Z?
Nope.
Who is this man?
No, what else did I do?
Oh my goodness.
Star Wars I thought was dumb. Digimon was dumb. Yu-Gi-Oh was dumb.
Jesus, dude. Don't say that out loud.
No, I'm saying it right now.
You're crazy.
I don't care.
What is wrong with you?
I was playing sports.
Podcast together.
I was playing sports.
Yeah, and you sucked.
Yeah. Not back then. Now I do. Now I'm like,
got him.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on. Here we go.
So are you actually excited for it? No.
Yes, I am. Okay, to
You're
be
not
fair,
gonna watch it, dude.
Look, I don't think it's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be good, but it's okay. It's okay. So I feel like this is attached to like the topic that we talked about on the last podcast, like as far as IP goes and things getting recycled. I'm kind of tired of it, but at the same time, with shit like this, like maybe it's okay. I think that as millennials, there's so much shit, like so many shows that we grew up on that we're attached to, and it's such an easy play. It's such an easy play to be like, oh, this is coming back. Oh yes, I can't wait.
It's like a drug.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't think it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna watch.
Yeah. It's the same thing with the new Happy Gilmore.
Exactly. That's a perfect example.
It's not gonna be great.
Although that I think is probably going to be better than a whole series of TV with Malcolm in the Middle. Like, come on, like what story can you really tell me
about Malcolm or Happy Gilmore?
Malcolm.
Is he now the dad? Is Malcolm going to be the dad?
I don't know. But
Probably. Is Bryan Cranston the grandpa?
Yes, but it's just like, it's probably dead by now. Like, what? We don't need to revive this. But hey, I'm going to be watching.
No, you're not. You're not going to watch it, dude.
Yes, I am. I for sure am.
Okay,
whatever. Anyway, moving on, because Jeff's a hater.
I am.
Predator Badlands.
Okay, Prey was good.
Comes out November 7th. It looks good. I saw the trailer, and it's by the same director that did Prey. Did you watch Prey?
I did. I did.
That movie is a great movie.
Yes, me and my wife watched it.
Great fucking movie.
It was great. It came out on Hulu,
so good.
I think, right?
Yes. Hulu
in the pandemic?
I think it was like at least 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
But it was good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on.
I don't know which is which, to be honest.
And this next one's actually kind of related to wrestling. And I'm sure you saw it.
Okay.
You had to. It probably came up on your feed.
Oh,
Heads of State comes out July 2nd. It's an action comedy with Idris Elba and John Cena.
I was hoping we wouldn't.
And it dropped right after WrestleMania.
So the trailer dropped after WrestleMania.
Yes.
And it comes out in August.
July 2nd. Dude.
July.
Where did you hear August?
Sorry.
What is going on, dude?
I'm not excited either. Maybe because John Cena's in it, and I'm just a hater.
You're such a hater, dude.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch that?
Yes, of course.
Idris Elba would be the only reason why I watch it.
He's great. I do love Idris Elba. It wasn't until maybe the past 2 years that I realized that he's a DJ. Did you know this?
Idris Elba's a DJ?
Yes.
No, he's not.
And he's a fucking good DJ. Yes.
I bet he's great. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's good.
Good for him.
I know.
What's the DJ name?
I have no idea. I think it's just Idris Elba. Okay. You got another one?
For TV, film, music, games?
I got one for you for games. So this is more relevant to you than for me. But
Yeah. Hit me.
Ghost of Yote, it's a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima?
Tsushima, yes.
Yes. And it's out October 2nd.
Say it again.
So I haven't played the game. October 2nd. Ghost of Yote.
Dude, it's going to be so good. I'm really excited, actually.
And this is one of those games where I'm just like, fuck, like I kind of wish I would have played it.
You
because
can right now.
I'm sure that I can, but it's like, it just looks so good. It's just one of those games where it's like, okay, I think that's the struggle with being a parent. It's like, for me, the easier games to play are the Call of Duty, the
less time commitment.
Exactly. It's like you don't have to invest yourself so much into a story in this and that. And I would love to play this game, but I kind of don't have faith in myself and the fact that I'll be able to keep up with the story.
It's about 20 hours.
But it looks so good, dude. Ghost of Tsushima, dude. It's not even you. Like, I know you've mentioned it, but I've seen the YouTube ads and I get the IG reels and everything, and I'm just like, damn, this game looks fucking fire.
Japanese samurai game, story based on revenge / justice. The new one is a new main character. And a different part of Japan, I believe. But same maker, Sucker Punch. They did the Sly Cooper games, and they did the Infamous games on PS3, PS4. So they're legit, dude. And the last one, Ghost of Tsushima, probably one of my favorite PS4 games of all time. Me and Isaac actually played it together when we were living together, and we both loved it. It's very faithful, I will say, to the Japanese culture. Okay. Even though it's an American studio, which is cool.
That's cool. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those where I'll eventually have to get to it.
I think it would take you about 20 hours to get through the whole story.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, you could do it.
I believe.
I'm going to be driving home tonight.
Bro, I'm going to just... Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on. I have 2 hot takes for this episode.
Okay.
Is there something you want to touch on before we jump into that?
Before hot takes, let's just try out this new kind of like fresh finds for music.
Okay.
And so like every week, I told Adrian today, actually, I said, find me a single or a new album that we can discuss every Monday, every Sunday, and just like put listeners on or the viewers on. So what came out Friday for me that I saw, and you're going to laugh at me, Shabuzi. Shabuzi has a new single with Jelly Roll. It's called Amen. So I wanted to ask you, dude, like, why Why is it that me and other country fans just love Shabuzi so much?
It's because he's black.
Is that there's There's got to be more to it than that, because there's other black country artists that we also love. Darius Rucker, Kane Brown. What is it about Shabuzi that just makes me want to just dance in my truck as I'm rolling through Moval?
Okay, so I don't know about the other two artists.
You don't know who Darius Rucker is?
No, I don't. And I also don't listen to country
Wagon
music like
Wheel?
that. Maybe the way he does country is just probably more commercial. And it's probably more relatable on like a foot tapping type of level where, you know, you got the rhythm and like the feel of the music and everything. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But all I'll say is that we need to go to Stagecoach together.
At some point, yeah, dude.
At some point. No, next year. I'm saying next year.
Okay. I'll go.
Yeah.
You would love it.
I probably would.
Yeah, we could get you some boots, some cowboy hats.
Yeah.
My hot take, I'll go fast on mine. Mine's just that sports should go back to not having challenges. So remember when we were little, there were no instant replay challenges like in any of the sports because the technology was not there. So
I see. Like a coach's challenge.
Yeah, no more coaches challenges, no more instant replay challenges in any of the sports. And my reasoning is because it just slows the game down way too much.
What about that Rudy Gobert tech today with the elbow against LeBron?
Yeah, so I don't care. I don't want them to be able to challenge that or whatever, or them to go to the instant replay and give them a flagrant. Yeah, call it a T where it is, because the refs saw it happen, so call it a T. And if the ref misses it, then it's not a T, because these refs get paid millions of dollars.
I like it. Yes.
I'm not trying to have these goddamn commercials.
The instant emotional reaction.
Yeah, I don't want these commercials. I don't want these breaks every goddamn 5 minutes when, to be honest, I don't have the time to wait. I don't want the last 5 minutes of the Lakers game to last 45 minutes real time, because you're reviewing every goddamn out of bounds. That's my hot take.
I like it. It's a good take.
Go back to the simple stuff. Pay these men and women the money to get it right the first time and not give me a replay. That's what I want.
I like it. My hot take is that Stagecoach seems more appealing than ever before, because I was always a Coachella guy, no matter what. And like, I think, does country music just sound better the older you get?
It does.
Yeah, well, that's my hot take. I think that as you get older, you're just like, hey, throw a cowboy hat on me.
Is it because it's easier listening? You can just throw it on whenever, if it's more moods?
No, I think that like, I think it's just part of maybe getting older. You just can't relate to like hip hop as much.
Yeah,
you know, shaking ass at the strip club and all that. It's
like, once you hit a certain age, it's like,
I got a kid.
Maybe I'm not going.
You know what I can relate to? I can relate to being sad about my dog dying on the truck. Yeah, I can relate to that.
Having a cold beer with the boys.
Give me some Coors Light, brother. Yeah, throw one back with the brothers.
I mean, mainstream country does sound and talk about the same things, but I will challenge you that some country is really good. Like talented.
Like, you know, here's the thing. I love soul music, and I think that at its core, country music
is soul
music, just not done very well.
Okay.
Got him. All right. My other hot take, Star Wars Episode 3 just re-released in theaters, and it's the best Star Wars movie out of anything else that Star Wars as an IP has put out ever.
That's crazy to say, dude.
No, it's not. You're fucking crazy.
Any real Star Wars fan?
Oh my god, you're not a real Star Wars fan.
That's what's so funny about this, is that I'm not a real one, but I also know
any real Star Wars fan will agree with me that Star Wars Episode 3 is the best Star Wars movie ever.
No, I hope that we cut this and everybody in the comments.
We don't have to cut it.
Roast you. No, not cut it, but like I hope we reel this and everybody in the comments just roast you for saying that.
But they won't, because they will agree with me.
How could you say that episode 4, 5, 6 are worse than episode 3?
I didn't say they're worse. I just said episode 3 is better.
Dude, no,
it's the best Star Wars movie. Period.
No,
there's no debate.
I saw it in theaters back when it came out. Was not impressed.
As a what? 10-year-old?
As a 12, 10-year-old, whatever.
Oh my God. You've been a hater since. What is wrong with you?
I do like Star Wars. I like Mando.
Oh my God.
I like Star Wars Land at Disneyland. I like the little, what's the bar called at Disneyland?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You're a hater.
Are you done?
Fuck you. Okay. I mean, those are my hot takes. Okay.
Yeah.
You fucker.
What hurts this week for you, big dog?
For me, what hurts this week? The idea of time going by fast, and you know me. You know, we've been friends since practically childhood, like teenagers. But I've always been the type to want to always think of the next thing and what's the next thing. I'm going to do the next thing, and I mean, here we are. We did this podcast. This is like a side project, and blah blah blah. And I want to take advantage of being young, and I do think that we're still young. You know, we're in our 30s, but I'm just so mind blown that we have gone by 5 years post pandemic, and it's like, how, why, where did it go? You know, where did the time go? And what hurts this week is more based on just always trying to keep top of mind. What's that next thing? What's that next thing that you're going to work on? And how are we going to approach the next project? And I don't want to say that it's stressful, because then it sounds not fun. But I just try to be present as much as I can, because we get wrapped up in like the week to week stress,
Day to day.
Yeah. But like for me, it's like, fuck, I want to do as much as I can while I'm still young and while I can still enjoy,
move around freely,
and be creative and all that. And that's super important to me. And lately I've just been trying to figure out what that means and what that is and what that looks like. And it's been tough. And I think that I don't think that I'm the only one. I think that there's probably people that even listen, to this, and they probably feel the same. And it's like, it's hard. It's hard because it's like, at least for me, I don't know if what the next thing that I'm going to do is the right thing to do. But I wish that I knew that it was the right thing to do. I wish that I knew that it was the right next move, because I don't want to waste any more time, because it feels like so much time has already been wasted.
What do you mean wasted, though?
I know that 10 years from now, I'm not going to feel healthy or mobile in the way that I do
could.
now. No, but it's not going to. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. Like, we're already starting to feel older, and I do think that at 40 we will still feel young, but we won't be young. And there's so much that I want to do, and I think that we are in this pocket of life where it's like, you're not a kid anymore. You've learned enough to try to figure out what you can apply your talents to in life. And it's like, if you want to try something or figure something out, you can. And now's the time to do it. We are at this turning point where you can do anything, but you can also do nothing. If you want to be complacent and just stick to what you're doing, you can choose to do nothing. And maybe for some people that's okay, and maybe that's comfortable. But I know that for myself, just as an example, like I feel like this incredible pressure on myself to figure out what's the next thing that I want to do. And that's what hurts this week. It's this, I'm at the beginning of my 30s and I don't want to waste them. And this next thing that I do needs to be something impactful and important. And I want to create space for people to enjoy life and relate and whatever that means. So, damn, this is a very long-winded explanation, but like that's where my head's been at for this past week. It's like I just don't want to continue this habit of like, fuck, the past 5 years went by and nothing happened. Like, I don't want the next 5 years to feel the same. So
You don't think anything happened though, like good in the past 5 years?
I mean, I became a parent, but nothing for myself. What I'm referring to is like things that I can actually put work into outside of the norm.
Yeah, besides your normal.
Besides my normal day to day, I want to do X, Y, Z.
Fair.
And I don't want to allow 5 more years to go by without doing anything substantial. And for me, like that's important. Because I don't want to be 60, 70 years old looking back like, oh, I should have done this or I could have done that. So
fair.
That's my what hurts this week. It's something that's been top of mind that I've been thinking about a lot.
Cool. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel the same. Not right now, but I have felt the same.
Yeah.
And I think a lot, like you said, a lot of people probably do at some point around this age or other ages too, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's okay
even
to feel
just
this way at 40 or whatever.
Above or below. Yeah. I would disagree with you only in when you say we're going to feel and be old at 40 in 10 years. I think that's we will. I think that's like the literal midlife for most people now, right?
That is the midlife crisis, yeah.
That's the real midlife crisis. Right now we're on the fake, not fake, but we're on the jokey midlife crisis. Like, take care of the body as much as we can, drink water. We'll be all right in 10 years.
Yeah, NBA.
Yeah. All right. For me, for what hurts this week, I kind of told you the story recently. I can't go into like super details on it. But I think with work and, friends, family, just whoever I surround myself with, I've gotten to this point in my life where I want to speak up more and not just be silent about certain things that I do believe in or certain things that I actually think are right to do or right to, whether it be vote on or just kind of stand up for. So I think I'm at this point where I'm making decisions because I think it is actually the right decision to do. And I think I may end up hurting / not making people happy with the things that I am maybe feeling or like advocating for doing. But I think in the past, 20-year-old me would just try and make everybody happy. Yeah. And that was tough, but it was kind of my personality. And it still is. I want to make sure everybody is cool with me, happy with me. But I think now I'm getting to this point where I'm, kind of emotionally maturing and trying to actually, do what's right, be a good friend, be, a loyal friend, but also, do what's right in the workplace, do what's right by family, do what's right by friends, and kind of like stay more true to my values. So it's been tough because there have been some things that have happened where I think people, like I said, people have been upset with me, but I hope that, in the future, I can be comfortable and content with what I'm doing because I know it's right, like deep down.
I'm really glad that you bring this up because I know you and I know exactly what you're bringing up.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And you and I have talked about this before. And I think this brings up the broader idea of, I mean, like you're 30, I'm 31. I think just like, touching on our career as a whole, we have crossed into this realm, career field wise, from being like the young guys to people that start to step into leadership, roles. And what that means to me is, I think that it's important for you to hold your ground on what you believe and how you feel. And I'm pretty sure I've shared this with you before, but whenever it comes to like your peers and in a professional setting, like sharing your opinion. In the past, I'll share my like past thoughts and story, I guess you could put it that way. Something that's always been a hesitation. It's like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't speak up if I'm like kind of scared to like make people feel a certain way or think a certain thing. But something that's always stuck with me is actually something that Daniel shared with me. And what it is that so long as your thought and opinion is based on productivity and is based on making someone's job better, their task better, the overall project that you're working on together better, you should voice your opinion and you should say how you feel.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't matter how other people react, so long as what your intentions are pure and they are to better the status quo or the general group's
well-being
outcome.
Yeah.
Yes. And the well-being of the project, of the people, of the team. And if somebody gets upset out of something that you said or how you feel, that's on them.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with you. And you shouldn't feel any type of way for sharing how you feel or for thinking how you do. And if they happen to feel a negative way, that's on them. And that's a clear sign that they're not a leader, they're not a team player or whatever. You could fill in the blank on your own. But I think that generally speaking, if you're going through something in the workplace and you're hesitant about sharing how you feel, that is the most important thing. It's like, is this going to push the project forward? Is this going to push the team forward? If it is, you better say that shit.
Yeah.
And you better say it and you mean it. And otherwise, like, why are you there? If you don't say how you feel in front of everybody and what you have to say is going to better the group and the project, you don't deserve to be there.
Fair.
That's how I feel.
Fair.
And it's like, you might as well, if you're scared to say the right thing in the room, step aside, let someone else say it. You don't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
And that's kind of where I was for a long time. I was kind of like just happy to be there. Right.
And if someone else gets upset, fuck them.
Well, you don't. Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel.
Maybe a little intense. But yeah, just trying to like growing pains right through professional career type stuff. So, but yeah, it's okay. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So, what feels good this week, Big Dog?
For me, what feels good this week is this podcast, man. I think it's cool. I just hang out with Jake and
Big Jake.
I've had friends and other people come up and say, that they listen into the podcast. And like I told you, but before we started this, we started this like one day we were playing Call of Duty. It might have been Call of Duty. It might have been Marvel Rivals, whatever.
Yeah.
And you brought it up. And I was like, okay, Jeff's not the type to bring up stuff like this. And if he's bringing it up, he must be serious. So I've always wanted us to do a podcast. And if he's bringing it up, okay, I feel like it's a sign. Let's do it. My what feels good is based solely and completely around people that listen in and support what we're doing.
Yep.
And I think that, we're on episode 8. I can't believe it's been a month.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah,
I know it feels probably longer than a month.
Yeah.
But that's probably because of all the work that goes into it. I think like people that listen probably don't know. Like we have regular jobs. Like after we are done recording this, we sit down, we edit this shit, we export the audio, we record edit the audio, make sure it sounds good.
Thumbnails.
We edit the video. We make sure it's good to put out on YouTube. Write the caption, the fucking description, everything. And it's like it takes work.
Yeah, it's
and
good work.
This is not a complaint by any means, but it's like it takes work. We have our day-to-day lives and our jobs and everything. And like there's been times where if we record on a Monday, I'm up until 1:30 in the morning to get this shit done. But like what makes it worth it is when I have friends or whoever, people that listen in, they're just like, oh, I laughed at your guys' segment or I thought this was cool. That part is cool. That's what feels good this week for me.
Cool.
It's like to know that there's people that listen to what we're talking about, and I just want people to feel like they're in the room and
just hanging out with us.
Just hanging out. Exactly.
And mine goes off yours. Yesterday I saw Mo. I don't think he goes by Mo anymore, Mutahir. And old friend of ours from high school. Yeah, and he said that, I haven't seen him in probably, 6, 7, 8 years. But he said he listens, and he said that he's enjoying it. It was great to see him, great to catch up. And kind of like you said, he just enjoys, feeling like he's a part of the conversation with us. So thank you to you, Mo. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to my cousin Memo, Isaac, everybody that's rolling out there, and my wife who listens. He's still my dad and my mom.
Like, oh, these idiots.
Yeah, for sure. Also, this week for me at school, we have the golf finals for my golf team on Monday and Wednesday. So tomorrow, Wednesday.
That's your what feels good this week?
Yeah, dude, because it's done. I'm excited to be done with it for a little bit. Good kids, and I love them, and I'm excited, for this season to be, finished. But I'm also excited to see if they do well and move on to, whatever goes next. We'll see. They have 2 days to prove themselves to maybe make it to CIF. Who knows what's going to happen? So they're little rock stars. And then the AP test is next week, big dog. May 7th, Wednesday is the AP literature test for everybody in the country. And then once that's done, I'm kind of just like cruising. I'm nervous, but I'm ready for it.
We'll be here, beers in hand.
Yeah, dude, those kids have been working their ass off. We had our practice AP exam yesterday at school, and only like 7 kids came, but I think they're gonna do good this year.
Okay,
so I'm excited.
Yeah, man. I think that what you do for work is such a
it's fun as
noble job.
It's fun as fudge.
Yeah. Okay.
Good kids, man. And you even came one day. Remember that? Remember when you came in my very first year? You were a guest speaker.
I want to go back.
Yeah.
Bring me back in.
Yeah, dude. Awesome. Should we 5v5 it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
You want to intro? Let's see. Let's see you intro it.
Let's go with our starting 5.
I believe it, Joe Hendry.
Top Disney shows of
top Disney Channel shows. And this could be any year, right? Anything.
Any year. I have 10 written down on my list.
Great. We're gonna rock paper scissors this
Rochambeau.
It's on. Here we go. Ready? We're gonna go on shoot. So rock paper scissors shoot.
Ready? Rochambeau shoot. I win. Finally. Finally I got a dub. Man, I think I need to be strategic. So you beat me last week on our.
I feel you're gonna pick some trash right now.
No. I think we should put 20 on this right now.
No.
We're okay. Fine. All right.
You just want to recover what you lost.
I do. Yeah.
Oh yeah. To give context, Jeff lost last week's 5v5.
I did by your vote, everybody's vote. So. I lost $20. Okay, I need to be smart about this.
Not my vote.
No. By their vote, your vote, yours is them. Okay. My first pick is gonna be The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
God damn it!
Yeah,
you asshole.
I think
a great one.
You know what's? I think I have to do it. Also, did you know that I met Zach and Cody?
Doesn't matter. They don't remember you. It doesn't matter.
Okay, where's my pen at? That's my first pick, Zach and Cody. You write them down for me.
Okay, I'm going Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire, actually not on my list.
That's a fucking top show. Of course, it's not on your list.
Are you writing them down for us?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know where my pen's at. My next pick, I'm gonna go Phineas and Ferb.
That's a good one.
Yep. Oh,
for that to be your second pick, that is like the end of our generation.
Yeah, it's 2007 through 2015, but I was watching that with Jason nonstop in the summertime from 7th grade summer through probably
that's very late, I will say.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
All right, I'm going to go That's a Raven.
You can have it.
Which is more our generation.
Whatever, you can have it. You can have it.
Okay, I'm
going to go with Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh my God, you're such a weenie. Are you appealing to Gen Z? Because you're winning if you are.
I'm just going off what I like to watch.
Oh my God.
That's my third pick. Also,
I don't even have that on my list. So I thought about that in.
That was the show that made me start having a crush on Selena.
Jesus.
I think I'm winning so far.
Fucking wiener. Okay. I'm going to go with the Proud Family.
Oh, Dirty Dog.
Because I love black people.
Okay. Okay.
For everyone that doesn't know, my son's black. Okay,
Yeah.
Relax.
I'm gonna go with Corey in the House. That's my fourth.
I'm disappointed in you.
That's my fourth. Here's nervous.
Oh my God.
I wasn't a big Disney fan growing up, but I think I have the better list.
Okay, you got Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yes.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. That's your best pick.
That's also 2005.
Phineas and Ferb is a good pick too.
Uh-huh.
Corey in the House.
Why are you so upset?
Okay, what do I have? I have Lizzie McGuire. That's So Raven. I have the Proud Family. Oh, I got Even Stevens.
I don't even know what that is.
What?
I don't.
Bro, I hope that people are watching right now just like face palming and just like giving you the middle finger because
I don't know what that is.
Are full of it.
Okay, my fifth is Hannah Montana. Boom.
Fuck you.
Got
That's
him.
a great pick.
Got him, baby.
That is a great pick. That is
What was the
a
brother's name?
great
He was an
pick.
idiot.
Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana.
That's my list. I think I win. Hannah.
You shouldn't. If you do, I'll tell you right now, you shouldn't. You definitely shouldn't. 'Cause you have no idea what you're talking about. You're all over the place. You're all over like different generations.
Doesn't matter.
I'm consistent at least.
Consistently bad. What's your last one?
I'm gonna go Kim Possible. Kim Possible is my last one.
I never watched it.
We're gonna put it up to vote again.
$20.
I'm gonna win. I'm going to win.
No, you're not.
Jeff, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I have better picks than you do. I have better picks than you do.
I don't think so.
I'm not doing $20. I'll do 10.
30.
I'll do 10. 15.
15.
15. $15. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
I think they got
Okay.
me on this one.
We're going to recap. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Jeff has weak ass Wizards of Waverly Place.
Okay.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Great pick. Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana.
Great song.
Phineas and Ferb.
Yep.
What else you got?
Corey.
Corey in the House.
Corey in the House.
Is that it? That's your fifth?
That's my five, yeah.
And I have Lizzie McGuire.
Okay. That's way with.
That's So Raven.
Uh-huh.
Legend. The Proud Family. Even Stevens. Legend.
And
What else
last
I
one?
got?
Last one.
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible.
Bro, I got my picks are way better than yours. Are you kidding me? Honestly, if I fucking lose, I have no hope in humanity.
Really? That bad?
I have no hope in if I lose, I have no hope in humanity. My picks are so much better than yours.
When you told me this was the topic, I knew I was going down. I didn't watch any of these shows, except the ones that I chose. I didn't watch any of yours.
Jeff has no taste.
Yeah, I was a Nickelodeon and
If
Cartoon
y'all
Network
let
guy.
me down, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my God. How'd you feel about today's episode?
money.
Yeah, it was good.
Money.
I was excited to record, so
I'm a little tired now, but not like at the beginning and middle. I'm good now, though. I'm just a little tired.
well, let's have a good week. Thank
Run
you
it,
for
big
listening.
dogs.
And vote for me.
Watch
'Cause
The
I'm
Last
right
of
vote.
Us.
I'm the correct vote.
Did we do our Last of Us analysis? Not really. Not really new for this one, I don't think.
We don't need to.
Yeah.
This is a filler episode.
Yeah. All right, players. Enjoy the week.
Vote for me.
See you later.